It started when I was just 15 years old. I never knew he was a prince. The accident was so terrible, and sadly no one was there to help. That hot afternoon, it was only me and my poor grandmother working on our small farm beside the major road. Suddenly, we heard a loud noise. Boom! Boom! At first, we thought it was the sound of gunshots, but my grandmother, who had seen many rainy seasons, quickly told me, "My daughter, that must be an accident on the road." At that moment, something pushed me from inside and I ran to check what really happened. Oh my goodness. What my eyes saw that day, I could never forget. Two young men were lying on the ground. One had already joined his ancestors, but the other was still breathing, though faintly. I shouted for help with all the strength I had, but only my grandmother came running from the farm. Thank God my grandmother was a herbalist. She knew the power of herbs and roots. Without wasting time, she started to administer some herbs on the one who was still breathing. After some minutes, he slowly opened his eyes. At that point, my grandmother quickly rushed to the second young man, opened his mouth and started blowing air into his lungs. As our elders say, where there is life, there is hope. After about 10 minutes, the young man coughed and moved a little. Oh my God. It felt like a miracle before my eyes. After that, my grandmother and I managed to take both of them to our old mud house. As evening was falling, we saw a black car driving into our compound. Some well-dressed men came out and carefully picked up the two young men. Honestly, I felt like crying, not just because of fear, but because of relief. They gave my grandmother a lot of money and other gifts in appreciation. They also gave something to me too. But as our people say, life is like a shadow. 2 years later, I lost my beloved grandmother. That was when I truly understood that life can be very hard and lonely. At that moment, I had no one left in this world. No mother, no father, no sister, no brother. It was only me, all alone in life. Some days later, people who didn't care about me when my grandmother was alive pushed me out of her house. I soon realized my life was in danger, and I had to run away with only the cloth I was wearing, just to save my life. The world does not know who is hungry, except the one whose stomach is empty. And so, my journey into the unknown began. I ran away to another kingdom because I knew they would never cross the boundary to look for me. Some days later, by the grace of God, I got a job in the palace as one of the maidens. Life in the palace was not easy, but at least I had a place to sleep and food to eat. Weeks later, the unexpected happened. The king became very sick. They carried him to many big hospitals far and near, but his sickness refused to go away. After one whole year of struggle, they finally brought him back to the palace and decided to try herbal medicine. As our elders say, when modern medicine fails, the leaf of the forest may still save a life. I tried many times to have access to the king so I could help, but there was no way. The other herbalists in the palace were powerful and proud. They never allowed me to come close. Then, that faithful afternoon, the king's family sent messages to all his children living abroad, asking them to hurry home to see their father alive before he would join his ancestors.